Pawn Stars is a reality TV show about the adventures of the staff of the Gold and Silver Pawn Shop in Las Vegas. The pawn shop has had several notable connections to the retro gaming community. First, when it featured several high-profile video games across its doors, but also because at some point the internet had decided it would be funny to have people call into the pawn shop and ask if they had Battletoads. The character Chumlee is one of the comic relief characters from the TV show, and Chumlee's Adventure is a video game based on him. Alright, what have we here? The Gold and Silver Pawn Shop. They've never sent me anything before, so let's open this thing up. Chumlee's Adventure, The Quest for Pinky. It's a box that definitely resembles an early NES box. Not quite the same, the cardboard is a little thinner, so you wouldn't mistake it, but definitely nice to have. Flip it over, you're going to have this nice back on the box, so you have a little story, some screenshots. Pull out the cartridge, very classy. You got the game and a little sleeve here, which has this foil. The cartridge is nice. Nice thick plastic, doesn't feel cheap at all. Label's very glossy, a little blurry, but it can be forgiven. Check the box here. Got a little manual, kind of thin, but it does the job. I'm not going to read this thing. At least not right away. And if you look in here, you actually get the little strip of styrofoam from, like in the original games. It's not quite the same styrofoam, but it's a nice touch. Let's get going. Chumlee's Adventure, The Quest for Pinky. Never played this before, so gonna go in fresh. Okay, this is immediately striking me as something like a kung fu. Oh, it totally is. This is absolutely a clone of kung fu, and I'm loving that because I love kung fu. It's going along. Chumlee is coming in, and he is just kicking the old ladies in the chest. I think I can jump really high. Oh, and that little dude looked a lot like a kung fu character. The same color scheme and everything. The fans at the top of the pawn shop definitely having an appeal. A little visually distracting, not gonna lie. The graphics are actually pretty good here. A very NES-like color scheme. A little on the bland side, but kung fu is kind of like that as well. This B is kick, A is jump. We've got two enemies. I like how Chumlee kind of squats when I jump. Like, yeah. Of course, the Chumlee on the show is not a guy I'd expect to see very physically active. Oh. We got a boss character here who's trying to belly slam me. I don't know the show as well as I'd like to, so I'm not entirely sure who this is supposed to be. I'm supposed to jump over this dude when he tries to belly slam me. Keep saying to work. Okay, lost a life there. And I'm starting all the way over, kicking the old ladies. It makes me wonder what the clientele of the pawn shop is like. I mean, I've never been there, I've only seen the show, and I know the show is not totally true to life. I'm going to pause for a minute, just do some quick audio correction here. Alright. It's funny how Chumlee has these tiny, tiny little legs. I'm also noticing some minor graphic glitches here. Nothing you wouldn't have seen on the original Nintendo, but I'm wondering if it might be partially the clone console I'm playing on. Okay, Chumlee's got a big block taken out of him there. So maybe if I try to avoid this dude, jump ahead of him. 1, 2, 3. Ah. I expect this guy to try to body slam me again. Alright, finally beat him. I see the little Nintendo and the ROB up above in the pawn shop wares there. Nice touch. Okay, second floor. This is kind of like a Kung Fu clone, and I'm loving it to death. I'm guessing that there was the grandmas and the bratty kids. And the bratty kids are a lot faster on this floor. There's some dude with a slingshot and a mask on. I said I don't watch the show all that much, so I'm a little fuzzy on the in-jokes. Little kids and grandmas, and he's got these tiny little legs. And Chumlee's getting a grandma on either side of him. A little threesome action going on there. I wonder if that shoe is calling to me. It's like a power... Yeah, it's a power-up. Okay, I did not catch that before. I did not read the manual before I played this game. I admit to that. Mostly because I wanted to go in fresh. You know, you don't get a new NES game experience too often. I figured, hey, just pop it in and roll. There was that episode where Chumlee had a batleth and started swinging it around. I wish I had that right now. No, seriously, this is all in fun. It's not a bad game. It's very reminiscent of what the early NES games were like, so it is what it is. I've liked far worse games for far longer. Okay, so you're seeing things great. Good to know, good to know. Yeah, the game is pretty choppy. The scrolling is not... I think it's the spinning fan blades that seems to chew up some of the graphical power. It's a little too much motion for the NES at one time. And the shoes will give you points, which is nice, but I really could use some extra health bar right now, not gonna lie. Love to talk to any game programmer who came up with that idea. Would you rather have some points on your scoreboard, or would you like to actually not get your ass kicked? Let me think about that. Motorcycle dude's back. Okay. Yeah, I just get hit with that X-Boss. Still got enough to probably make it to the motorcycle guy. And yeah, I know they all have names. They're all real people, but like I said, I don't watch the show often enough to know that off the top of my head. There's Chumlee and Rick and the old man, but... I kind of sort of remember an episode where they were dealing with motorcycles. I know he says he doesn't deal with boats. Okay, go away. Go to the other side of the screen. Okay, I got a couple hits on him that time. But, man, I didn't do much damage at all. Okay, this is not faring well here. I've got nothing left. 2 lives, but... Okay, can I... Wait... Ah, fuck! I'm waiting for him to go the other way. Okay, I'm gonna wait over here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I kicked that grandma square and did not register, so the hit detection is not quite there. Okay. This guy's trying to blow his motorcycle exhaust at me. Okay, I have no idea how to get through this here. Okay, game over. We're going to try again, but this time first, I want to see what the in honor of is. Richard Harrison Jr., the old man. Robert Bobby Leach. That's nice. That's really nice. Nice pixel art there. credits. 4-person team. Respect where it's due. It's a good game. It's solid. In conclusion, when it comes to Chumlee's Adventure, I like the game, because I like the game that it's based on, Kung Fu. I find it funny to have the flavor of the TV show wrapped around a familiar game, and I honestly would like to play this game the way it is quite often. But ultimately, whether or not you like this game beyond the kitsch value is going to depend on how much you like Kung Fu.